Hey guys, how the frig's it going today? It is officially Boxing Day. I did not film yesterday at my parents' house. Went over there for Christmas dinner. Mom bought a turkey. And we just kind of hung out, watched television, ate turkey, and had dessert, and that was that. Just kind of had a easy, sleazy friggin' day at the parents' house. And today is Boxing Day. Yesterday we had one hell of a snowstorm there, so last night when I got back from the parents' house, I actually grabbed my jerry can before I left because I didn't have much gas in there. Maybe enough to give the snowblower a sip, but not a lot to fill her right up to the tits. And sure enough, go to the parents' house, then went and picked up gasoline at the local station here. Come home last night, go to fill up the, the snowblower was already, it still had like 3/4 of a tank left from the last time I used it, but I'm sitting there trying to start the snowblower and she wouldn't start, and I'm sitting in the garage and, prime it, got it choked, got the throttle up, and exactly what you're supposed to do to start it, and I'm reefing on her. And I have no idea when it happened, but at some point in time, both bolts that secure the gas tank to the motor, like to the mount, because the gas tank was hanging off the side of the friggin' motor, of the blower. So I was like, oh crap, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, I need those bolts to attach it. I have no way to attach it. Well, I forgot, and I remembered, because I do that I have 3 of the exact same engines sitting in the back of my garage side of a cabinet. So I just went and pulled the bolts off. I pulled a bolt off of it and attached it on. So I got one bolt holding the gas tank on. The other bolts rusted in there pretty good, and I didn't feel like dicking with it. I just wanted to get my driveway done last night. Figured we'd deal with that another day. Got the driveway clean last night. Didn't need my gas. I bought some premium unleaded. I always buy that there for doing lawn mowing and anything requiring a small engine. Like if I had a gas auger, I would definitely buy premium gas to mix with oil. Pretty sure those are 2-stroke, if not they're oil injected, but whatever. I definitely would buy premium for all my small engines. Pretty sure if I had a snowmobile, I'd put premium in it as well, because I don't think ethanol would get along well with a carbureted. I don't even know if they make sleds. They probably make fuel injected sleds, but I'm not sure if they're ethanol certified or if it would be damaging to them. But to be safe, keep the ethanol out, and then you don't get green death all over your carburetors and stuff. Also, something else cool that happened yesterday was a TV show I like, Letterkenny, released season 9, so gonna put a binge on that and watch that today, so that'll be a thing. Also, another problem I have is kind of low on food. I got a steak and 5 eggs left and some salmon in the freezer. It's not really exactly low on food, but it's not gonna last me the week. As you may have heard me talking about on past videos, Ontario is currently in lockdown. So what that means is what happened in March is happening now. They say 14 days, but they said that in March, and come June we were finally able to hang out with our friends, sort of. So we'll see how that plays out. They haven't put any stiflers on the old friggin' ice fishing. Well, they have put a couple restrictions on ice fishing. Number one, if you're a corporation that rents out ice shacks, like let's say that's your business, is you have ice shack rentals. If you rent out an ice shack, only people from the same household can be in that ice shack at any given time. So basically anybody outside of my house, pretty much everybody on the planet, is not allowed to be in the ice shack with me, because then we got contamination issues. If you have your own ice shack, or in my case, my little shanty there, I am not allowed to have anybody else in there with me that is not part of this household. If you're wondering what I'm doing, guys, I'm getting a coffee ready because it's been a while since I've had coffee, so I figured parents got me all these K-Cups for Christmas, might as well, open up the box and friggin' let's have some coffee. It's been a while since I've had K-Cups in the house, so let's give them a go. Actually, it has been a long time since I've had K-Cups. I haven't bought them in a while because I've just been making coffee out of my pot. So I just find it's more effective to make a pot of coffee and grab it in my ice hole than it is to make K-Cups. It is what it is. So yeah, like I was saying, you're only allowed to have people in your household in your shanty. So tomorrow, I'm going to be going ice fishing with Struckus. However, obviously, he's bringing his ice shanty. This Keurig is so broken. But anyway, back to ice fishing. I kind of wish I could go to Walmart or somewhere and pick up the stuff I want, but I don't know how late they're going to be open till today. How late is Walmart open till today?
Walmart Supercenter is normally open on Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., but these hours may be affected by Boxing Day.
See, that's wrong. It's normally 6 a.m. Walmart's normally open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Wow. Oh, I decided to do something I haven't done in a while with my coffee, though. I decided to make a dessert coffee. It's been a long freaking time since I've had whipping cream in the house and the sugar that I like to use. So I decided to make myself a dessert coffee, and probably one of the best ideas I did so far today, because frig, these are delicious. Any hoozle. I'm gonna shut off some lights, head upstairs, go watch some Letterkenny, because that's playing on Hulu, and well, if you know tricks of the trades, you know how to watch US content in Canada, so that's sweet. Got her all primed up on my media PC. Let's go watch some Letterkenny. Yay, yay! Alright, coffee number 2, and back to Letterkenny. I know, a lot of you are probably saying, well, a lot of you probably know, you should know, if you're into computers and stuff, how I'm basically faking a US IP address to use Hulu, because Hulu is not really available in Canada. But if you don't know, I would tell you, but this is not a sponsored video, and if I was being paid to tell you, then that could be a sellout, but I'm just gonna let you know that it starts with a V, ends with an N, and the middle word is what I did before I made my coffee. That's one for a P. Alright, back to Letterkenny. Bye! Well guys, tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna go ice fishing. I need bait. Turns out the bait shop is open, but you gotta call before you go, and it's cash only, which means tonight I gotta get cash. So I can go pick up bait at Trapper Joe and be able to give her a solid dangle. But I'm thinking about trying something different. Rex actually mentioned it too. I think somebody mentioned it in the comments on my ice fishing video. But I think I might give worms a go. Like, I'm gonna buy a dozen minnows because I thought about this. Like, last time I went, I bought a dozen minnows. I only used 2, and I threw the rest. I gave the rest to Struckus because I wasn't going to use them, and he ended up using them that Monday. He bought a dozen, and he used my 10, so he had like 22 freaking minnows, and he used them all. Now, regular summer, when you fish with minnows, you put them on a hook and send them out full. Ice fishing, however, presentation is small because fish, they want to eat, but they don't want to have like a huge snack. All they want to have is a little potato chip and carry on with their life. So small presentation is key, which is why waxworms will work great and minnow heads. And that's what we were doing last time, is we're just chumming up the minnow, and I didn't even think about it. Like, I'm chopping the head off, putting it on the hook, and firing the body down the hole. Well, that's stupid. Why don't I just chop the body up and stick that back on the hook after I lose my minnow head? I could use one minnow for like 4 different bait casts, pretty much. However, I have been doing some research on using minnows or using worms for bait for ice fish, and it turns out it works great. And you can get a lot out of one worm because, once again, it's all about small presentation. You don't put the whole worm on the hook. You take maybe tops an inch of that worm or less, a half an inch, and you stick it on the hook, and you don't want any of it dangling off the end. You just want it on there so that it stinks, smells like meat, and entices a bite. And the video I'm watching, Buddy actually did it with a Swedish nipple, which is like a spoon with a spinner on it. He did it with a Rapala ripping jig, like what do you call those? The Rapala, the one that looks like the fish has a fin on the back, and when you rip it, it takes off. And he also tried it with a spoon, and he had success on all 3 with a worm because, the lure brings him in, the meat entices the bite. So if I can get it to go with worms, then why not just go that route? Makes sense. Anyway, back to Letterkenny. Bye. Well, guys, I'm gonna make 2 trips today. I'm gonna make one to go right now to get some groceries for Noms, and because Walmart, I wonder if we should do a rolling drive-by on Walmart just to see how bad the lineup is. It'd be nice to hit up Walmart right now, because then I could get food as well as get stuff for ice fishing. But if Walmart's open till 9, I can go get what I need tomorrow or tonight. But I definitely do need food because like I said, I have my steak that I can cook for supper and stuff, but I just want to get groceries out of the way. Also, guys, it was just posted on Global News that Super Rona, I don't know what to call it, the UK variant of the COVID virus is officially in Ontario. Like, we officially have it here. There's been 1 case found down south in the Durham Durham region, which means there's probably plenty more because they probably caught it way after Buddy was infected, and God knows what they did during holiday and family they got with and all that. So chances are it's spreading around like wildfire. Now, I don't know what they said about this virus variant and the Moderna Pfizer vaccine, like if that vaccine is still valid. I bet you it probably isn't because the virus has mutated beyond what they knew. So now they got to probably revamp the vaccine to deal with the mutated version. Who knows? Stay tuned for more recent discoveries, right? Frig's sakes, this year sucks. Next year's gonna suck too. Just gonna have to hammer down and hope to have a good time. Anyway, let's go get some food. Alright, here's friggin' hoping that we don't have some super mega lineup over at the grocery store. Because like I said, food supplies are low and I want to restock. So let's friggin' have at her. Alrighty guys, surprisingly enough, there's nobody at Walmart. So I just got out of there, we got some stuff. Got some contractor bags and some lures and stuff for tomorrow. Got some jigging wraps and some other wraps and some spoons and stuff. So should be a good day tomorrow. Let's go home. I really got to piss and their bathrooms were closed in there. Alright guys, I'm going to have a steak and a salad for supper. Mainly one of my, my last steak here from Food Basics. Gonna load my seasoning onto it. I tried it yesterday, guys, on turkey. Oh, it's great on turkey. So I could imagine on like wild game, which next year, that'll be something that we're gonna give a try to. We're gonna go and see if we can get some grouse. I know there's some people who hunt on my channel. But yeah, if we can get some grouse, get that all cooked up, seasoned up with my spice, see how that goes. But it was awesome on turkey. So far it's been awesome on turkey, awesome on steak, and awesome on fish. So that's awesome. But anyway, I went to Walmart and I bought some things. So one of the lures I bought is one of these Rapala Jiggin' Shad Wraps. Kind of looks like the lures, the minnows that we have. So it should be pretty good. Should be all right. It's not even that big, it's tiny. It probably looks big because I got the camera so close to it, but like compared to my thumb, it's the size of my thumb from the nail to the knuckle. Like, it's just a tiny little thing. They had these on sale for $7. Normally I see these go for a lot more, so I grabbed one. It's just a jigging wrap. It looks like a perch, so that should do some pretty good damage. A lot of people say those plastic tails come off of them after a while, you know, after a couple times when the fish beat the shit out of them. But whatever. Also grabbed another jigging shad wrap. This one's UV, so if you hit it with some UV light, it glows. And this one here looks like, well, a perch, so should piss off a walleye. I also decided to give one of these a try, a Flash Champ spoon. I wanted the I can't remember what the hell it's called. The something pimple, I think it's called. Swedish pimple or Swedish nipple or something, I don't know. But I saw this and I was like, well, that looks pretty flashy and it would probably do some damage. We'll give it a try. Because the only part of me that gets really cold when I'm out there is my hands. I saw this, figured we'd give these a go, hot hands. I don't know how long they last once you run them, but figure we'll give them a go. They should be pretty good. Here's hoping. Yeah, it doesn't really say how long it stays hot for. Well, whatever. There's like a bunch in there, 10 pairs, so 20 units. Should be good to keep my hands warm. Oh, there we go, 10 hours. Up to 10 hours of heat per pair. Perfect. So all I need to do tomorrow is call the bait shop and go pick up some bait. Like I said, guys, we're gonna give worms a try. I saw videos where people were hanging little bits of worm off of the treble hook on those jigging wraps and the shad wraps, hanging a little freaking worm, like a little chunk of worm, just enough to be meat, so that when they get over there and smell it, they go, hey, wait, that's actually edible. That it'll entice a bite. So we're gonna give worms a try, because if worms work, well, they last longer in the fridge. You can definitely, like I said, you can keep them longer. Minnows, you need an aquarium, you need an aerator, you need to, you know, if I had a little 20-gallon or something, I'd probably have a little minnow farm. It'd be kind of fun to watch them swim around all day because fish are neat. But thought about getting an aquarium for the computer lab, just setting up a little fish tank and getting some buddies in there and watch them swim around, feed them and give them names and let them do fish things, because what else do you do with a fish? Alrighty, made my salad. Steak's not done. We're gonna let the steak cook. I'm gonna go eat my salad. Come and grab the steak, drive that in my face. Should be fan-damn-tastic. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, peace, bye. Alright guys, I finished season 9 of Letterkenny. It was meh. Like, it had its moments, but it wasn't as epic as the earlier seasons. They were way, way, way better. She just wants pets. Put my hand here. She'll come over and sniff it and probably bite it. Or just meow and walk away. But yeah, like it was okay, but didn't have the same charm as all the other ones. Oh well, it is what it is. I've been waiting for the new season to come out because the last one that ended on a cliffhanger. This one here kind of also sort of ended on a cliffhanger. We'll see how that plays out. So tonight when I went to Walmart, I realized it wasn't that busy. Like I got in right away. There was no lineup or nothing. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't busy because today's Boxing Day, the most shoppingest time of the year, other than when we have our fake Black Friday up here. Mainly because, you know, usually people get money and gift cards for Christmas, so they go shopping on Boxing Day so they can get stuff for 60% of the price that it normally is on select items. But there wasn't that many people in there shopping Boxing Day items, and I didn't really see any items. Well, then again, keep in mind, our Walmart did just recover from a fire, so there wasn't that much stuff in there to begin with. Like I went looking for snow pants because the ones my parents bought me, they don't fit. They don't get around my calves. I got monster calves. I really wanted to go to Canadian Tire because sorry, I just exploded. But I really wanted to go to Canadian Tire because number one, I got my gift card for there so I can get a discount. And number two, I wanted to pick up my fish finder. Every single freaking ice fishing video that I watch on YouTube, they all have some form of a way to see under the ice, whether it be a fish finder, a flasher, or an underwater camera. They are all able to look and see what's going on down there. And that seems to be the key strat for ice fishing. Because the problem is you can't go to the, well, you can go to the fish, but when you're in my situation, you really can't because I don't have a sled and I wait to quick deploy my shelter. It's like once I build it, it's built. It's not exactly the easiest thing to drag. I know a lot of you said, why didn't you build your Smitty sled to hold your shanty when it's built? And theoretically, I guess, well, no, I couldn't. I'd have to build rails going across to slide it onto because it would fold in the center if I tried to put it up on there. But theoretically, I could modify the Smitty sled to accept the shanty once it's built so I can drag it around the ice without having to take it apart and then put it back up, take it down, put it back up. But that's not what the plan for that thing is. That's more of a, well, once I have a fish finder or something, I can always rip a hole in the ice, drop the fish finder down, do a test, see if there's anything there. If there's nothing there, move to the next spot, do it, move to the next spot. The shanty is like last time when I went, you guys remember, we didn't set up the shanty right away. We were just ice fishing, sitting outside and ice fishing. And it wasn't until the snow started picking up that we both set up our tents and started fishing from the shanties. But I kind of wanted to go to Canadian Tire to, there was something I like to get my fish finder, but I don't even know if they're open. I'd like to know if anybody went there today for Boxing Day, if they were open or if they're strictly curbside. I could ask on Facebook, but sometimes you get bullshit answers. But anyway, guys, tomorrow is going to be ice fishing, so hopefully you're down for that, for the ice fishing video. A little bojangle dangle in the friggin' glaciers. If you are, you know what to do. Tune in tomorrow. As for today, guys, yeah, we're gonna shut her down. But yeah, I said Walmart was dead, and the reason why is I came back and I checked the Boxing Day flyer to see what was on sale, and the first page was like a couple TVs and junk. Every other page after that was online only, online only, online only. Everything they sold was online only. So it looks like they're already gearing up for pandemic mode and made it so that if you wanted anything, you had to order it online and have it shipped either A to your store or B to your house. So that made a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense indeed. Why Walmart was dead tonight, which I don't know if I've ever filmed the Boxing Day shopping in the history of doing this channel, but sometimes it gets pretty crazy in those stores. Pretty backed up, pretty nuts. Remember the one year when the ex worked at Future Shop and I was doing the Skivinz channel at that time. I wasn't doing Vlogging Life, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I was still doing Skivinz. Or Skavin. Skavin, the old Skavin channel, not this one, but the old Skavin channel. She had to work for 6 o'clock in the morning, which meant we had to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get her out the door. I drove her to work and picked her up afterwards because I waited in line at Future Shop to get in on the Boxing Day festivities, and that was the year that I bought my first PlayStation 3, not the one I have now, my first PlayStation 3. I bought the 32-inch TV that's upstairs in the computer room that I watched Letterkenny on today, and I bought my Kodak ZX3 camera for underwater filming. And I'm pretty sure I filmed the lineup going into Future Shop, and it was ridiculous how long it was. Like, it was ridiculous. From, like, the lineup had to have at least 300 people in it. It got to the point where the line would stop because they had too much capacity, too many people in the store. And then as people were leaving, they're letting some people go in because it was literally bumper to bumper in there. Like, you couldn't move anywhere. It was crazy. Remember, my ex made like $1,500 in the one day just commission selling computers, and that's before, like, when Best Buy took over, commission was gone. Yeah, she did a killing on that day for sales because of how much stuff was just going out the door. Fun times. It's never going to be like that again now. Like I said, now with Super Rona in effect, I'm pretty sure this 14-day lockdown is going to be extended indefinitely because I'm pretty sure Super Rona is not affected by Moderna or Pfizer. So that's, I don't know. Things are going to unfold as we go through life. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down here. There's one more thing I wanted to touch on that somebody mentioned in the comments on a previous video was, Adam, are you going to do another New Year's goals video like you did last year and the year before? And the answer to that is yes, I am. But we're not near New Year's yet, guys. We're only the 26th. We still got 5 more days. I am going to be doing a New Year's. Obviously, I can't go anywhere for New Year's. I'm going to be celebrating that shit show by myself. That's a thing because, you know, lockdown, so you can't really have parties and can't really do anything. Kind of sucks. But we'll figure it out. We'll just do something. Have a good time and just hang out and chill and whatever, you know? Do what you gotta do to get shit did and enjoy friggin' life. So anyway, people, on that note, I'm definitely gonna be doing one of those videos. Not sure what we're gonna do for New Year's Eve. It's gonna be like hanging out by ourselves. It's probably gonna suck, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, on that note, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.